Hey guys, I'm Ollie,
And I'm also Ollie.
and welcome back. This is the Updates Update.
Yeah, so this is our second in our series, and today we're going to be exploring what we believe are going to be the hottest trends on social through 2020. So, we'll start with Facebook, and we obviously saw this big evolution of it changing to becoming the digital living room. So this is where communities can become closer in more of a safe space where they can talk privately. And we've seen this grow hugely through 2019 with the evolution of groups, and we don't see this stopping through 2020. Groups are a fantastic way for you to build super tight communities with your audience and even segment them even further. So we've seen On The Tools, our friends over at Electric House, do this really well this year, whereby they created a Facebook group purely for the 16 to 25-year-olds. And this created a really safe place for those particular audience demographics to ask those questions that they weren't comfortable enough to ask on the main page, because they were often getting hounded or getting stupid answers to what they think were normal questions. On the flip side, we've seen this done really, really well at a localized level. In Harborne, here in Birmingham, we've seen the Harborne Community Group absolutely flourish this year. They've got really strong administrators, and they've created a safe environment where people within the Harborne community can ask the questions about what's going on locally to them. It was really good as well through 2019 that we actually worked with the Harborne Community Group to amplify the message for the campaign we worked on to help the NHS launch an app here in Birmingham. What we saw was that it really localised that content to people within the Harborne community, and we saw great engagement on that post. So this is a fantastic way of you seeding out your messages to particular communities, even at a local level. So our challenge to you really is to think about how you can leverage groups for your communities that you've already built on your Facebook pages. Find out a particular niche or a particular segment of your audience who you think could value being in that safer environment to talk very deeply about a particular topic. So in 2020, we'd love to see and understand how you've got on by building your own groups on Facebook.
Secondly, our tip today is social data. It has never been easier to collect data from your audience now, and it is absolutely essential, because without data, you are essentially shooting in the dark because you don't know who your true audience is. Now, through various tools that Facebook and other social platforms have offered via polls and stickers, it is so much easier to ask audiences and lower the barrier to entry rather than sending out long surveys and having to offer incentives. Our tip and challenge for you is to utilize these methods as much as possible. We have done this ourselves with the Birmingham Updates audience, putting up polls and stories and utilizing interactive video questions as well, in order to get as much information as we can about the Birmingham Updates audience, so then we can utilize it when working with our clients.
So our next tip is the huge growth we anticipate for Instagram shoppable tags. So this is where you can purchase products directly through Instagram stories. It's not here in the UK just yet, but it should be released in 2020. So it's definitely something to keep your eye on, because it's a fantastic way of keeping customers within the Instagram profile and making purchases of your product. So they're obviously testing this in America right now, but do keep your eye on it coming into the UK throughout 2020. Another really interesting development to think about is where you're partnering up with brands or collaborators or influencers, because now with shoppable tags, you can see that really clear return on investment. Before, you may look at engagement rates or reach, but now where you can validate the value of leveraging a partnership or a collaboration based purely on how many products you sell, is going to be a huge development in the influencer space. And another big thing around this particular topic for 2020 is Instagram removing likes. Well, not necessarily removing likes, but stopping them being public on the newsfeed. It's supposed to be good for your mental health. So where influencers or people just generally using the platform are just craving those likes and that validation, the removal should hopefully reduce that pressure. But interestingly, in reports from former Facebook employees, is that they actually think hiding likes will increase the number of posts that people do. What they believe is that because of you're constantly going after all of these likes and this validation, people are too scared to upload images. Therefore, by hiding likes, they believe that they will actually see an increase in content being uploaded to the platform. So really, the key thing for 2020 is to really keep your eye out for those shoppable tags and understand whether your brand can use them or not. Secondly, is really keep an eye on your data. So when the Instagram likes are hidden, you can see how much impact it's having on your business, but make sure you're constantly looking at your analytics and always improving the content you're distributing.
And lastly, our tip number 4 today is get to know TikTok. TikTok has now surpassed 1.5 billion downloads on the App Store and is the 3rd most downloaded non-gaming app behind WhatsApp and Messenger, and has surpassed both Facebook and Instagram in 2019. Reports have come out stating that TikTok is now working on a biddable advertising platform that should be ready by the summer of 2020. At the moment, TikTok only offers advertisers direct insertion order buys, where the advertiser works directly with TikTok to buy and place the ads. This shift to a self-service advertising model, however, will evidently attract more attention from big brands, as TikTok are clearly shaping up to challenge the larger social media platforms as a viable advertising proposition. So our challenge to you for 2020 is be brave, download TikTok, test out different bits of content, and if you think that you can't develop content for TikTok, then check out the Washington Post, because if they can, then anyone can.
So there we have it. There are kind of 4 things that we believe are going to be huge in social through 2020. It's been a fantastic year here at Update. It's been a really, really positive 2019. We had a bit of a shock with the shift to long-form video, but actually that enabled us to launch the agency that sits on top of Birmingham Updates. It's been fantastic to work with so many brands in so many different ways, in terms of running their paid social ads, to creating long-form content, but also to running our original series such as Busking Battles. We have huge plans for the agency in terms of creating more content on behalf of our brands, in terms of running more paid social ads on behalf of our clients, and also running social media training. So if you are interested or having any difficulties with social media whatsoever, please do get in touch. Our team have unbelievable experience from running Birmingham Updates, that we can bring that experience to your team and help you nail social through 2020.
So that's it for the latest Updates update. Thank you to all our partners for working with us throughout 2019, and we look forward to nailing social in 2020.
So the last thing we've got to say is have a very, very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and we'll see you in 2020.
All the best.